Okay, what you're looking at is my vegetable garden that has been out of use for, I don't know, 2-3 years. Has been completely neglected, as you can tell by all the weeds growing up in it. But I wanted to do this video to show people how you can still harvest food even out of an abandoned garden. And that's by collecting edible weeds. Let's go in here. And there's one weed in particular I wanted to share with everyone. And that's the broadleaf dockweed. I have such an abundance growing in this garden that I thought I should do a video for people who might want to see what this weed looks like. Okay, get up close so you can see what the leaves look like. As you can see, they're very large, and on the edge they're kind of curly or wavy all around the edges. And some of them, as you can see, will have purple spots on them, and some don't. But that's what it looks like. And I'm gonna flip this one around just so you can see the back side of it. And what I like to do is collect these large leaves and cook them up and eat them. I think they taste very good. But just as a disclaimer, I'm not an expert on weeds, so please do your own research before you consume any wild weeds. I'm going to show you a few more for anyone who wants to learn about these. And the reason I think this is a valuable weed to learn about and to know about is because there's such an abundance of it. The leaves are huge, and you can collect so much of it and make a decent meal out of it. So there you go. Take you back over here, and you can just see how much of it will grow in one area. Now you can find these plants growing in areas where the soil has been turned over or disturbed, whether it's in pastures, along roadsides, where there's new construction, or in garden areas. So just keep an eye out. They grow, I believe, in most areas in North America. So you might have some of this in your area. Okay, this is the second part of my video. I wanted to show everyone how I cook this dockweed. This in particular is the broadleaf dock. And I'll just hold it up so you can see how huge these leaves are. But I went ahead and picked the leaves, rinsed them off, and I've got about, I don't know, 15 leaves here, so you can get an idea of how much it takes to make one large serving, basically. So about 12, 15 leaves, somewhere around there. And I've got my pot of water here. It's just starting to boil. And I'm using my camp stove, my Coleman, the butane camp stove. Love this thing. So I wanted to do a video showing using this. All right, and I'm just out here sitting on my front porch. And that's my front yard, and you can see the driveway over there. So hope this turns out. I'm just doing this on my phone on my camera, so you'll have to forgive me if this video is a little shaky. So my water's boiling. All I did was fill this pot up about halfway full of water. Now I'm just, actually what I'm going to do first is go ahead and put this in. This is the secret ingredient that makes it taste so good. Let's see. This is bacon grease, and I use a spoonful, a big spoonful, and I just put it in the water, That looks like a lot of bacon grease, but you have to remember most of it is going to be drained out with the water. So it's got little pieces and bits of bacon in there. So if you see something dark floating around in there, it's just bits of bacon. But that's the secret ingredient that makes the greens taste so good. And then we're just going to add our leaves. There we go. And just submerge them in the water. I'm going to turn my heat down. Let's see. Okay. And we're just going to let this boil for about 10 minutes. And we'll check them then. Be right back. Okay, it's been 10 minutes and I've let this pot sit here for a few more minutes just to cool off a little bit. But as you can see, the greens are nice and soft. They've cooked down quite a bit. And just go ahead and strain them. Probably should have did this inside instead of outside. It would have been a little easier. Alright, there we go. And there you have the greens. And then what I'd like to do is just after it's cooked, add a little salt and a little pepper. And there you have it.